Good morning and welcome to the show Sports Spring on Western Spring Television. My name is Joseph Atara saying good morning.
Well, Mikel Arteta has said that it is time for them, that's Arsenal, to look at the mirror. But only if they were looking at the mirror, they would have been able to observe that when you look at the mirror, definitely objects that appear there are closer than they appear. It was embarrassingly a one-sided affair for the table toppers yesterday. However, we'll also talk about the Under-17 AFCON, where they say that the Under-17 boys are talking about the Golden Eaglets. What they're set to achieve is to get a World Cup ticket. So after the World Cup ticket, what next? I am Nengi Enesademola, and thanks for joining us on Sports Spring on Western Spring Television.
We'll start from the local scene, where young African FC striker Fitzin Mayele has been named by the Confederation of African Football as the winner of the Goal of the Week for the 2022-2023 CAF Confederations Cup, the quarterfinal games. The 28-year-old striker was the hero against Rivers United after scoring the 2 goals that gave his team huge advantage to progressing into the next round of the CAF Confederations Cup at the expense of Nigerian champions. Fitzin Mayele ends the Total Energies CAF Goal of the Week. CAF wrote on the official Twitter handle. Now, Rivers United lost 2-0 at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo on Sunday and would have a mountain to climb next Sunday in the second leg of the quarterfinal of the annual Continental Club competition. Mayele most recently played for TP Mazembe in the Congolese Lina Foot League and DR Congo national football team. Fitzin Kalala finished season of 2020-2021 as a runner-up in 2 scorers list of Congolese Premier League known as Lina Foot. Young African signed him on the 1st of August 2021 for a 2-year contract.
Exactly. Now you speak about Rivers United. Of course, so many blames have been allocated to the fact that most of those players were out injured. That is why they were not able to stamp an authority over the young Africans of Tanzania. And of course, when you get a beautiful goal as stunning as the one that Mayele scored against Rivers United, you definitely want to know that your goal would actually be the goal of the week in the CAF Confederation Cup. Well, I think it's a pretty nice one coming from that end. That's for the CAF Confederation Cup. Let's watch out and see what Rivers United can be able to do when they take on the younger Africans of Tanzania in the return leg on Sunday this week. We'll see how they can be able to make sure that fortune turns on their side and smiles on them. And that'll be pretty difficult because you always need to take your home games seriously, and you should be able to get an advantage from the home game, and then you know that when you're away you can be able to do much more better. But for this time around, for Rivers United, they have to walk the extra mile. They have to work much more harder to at least be able to put 3 or 4 goals past their opponents as the young Africans of Tanzania. But we wish them all the best.
And away from that, let's talk about the Under-17 African Cup of Nations. The Eaglets said the target. The target is to clinch a World Cup ticket.
And now with 3 days to start off the 2023 Under-17 African Cup of Nations in Algeria, the coach of Nigeria's Golden Eaglets, Nduka Ugbade, has once again underlined their targets in the competition. Now, the 5-time world champions had a successful MRI scan on Tuesday, and they are ready to face Zambia on Sunday. Now, in a short video posted on the NFF Twitter handle, Ugbade stated that their target is the World Cup ticket, but further said they want to win the trophy if possible. Now, we had the MRI. The hospitality of the people has been wonderful. We've been preparing for the past 10 months, and we've done so well in Ghana. That's for the WAFUB qualifiers. We did very well coming first and winning the trophy. And you know, Nigeria has participated in the World Cup competitions at this level, and I was the first in the world to be captain of Nigeria that won it for the first time in China in 1985. We aim to at least qualify for the World Cup and win the trophy if possible. These were the words of Nduka Ugbade. I mean, this was what he insisted. But Joseph, over the time we found out that when you set this kind of a target and when you're able to get this particular ticket, you know, they just let complacency set in. Of course, we could see that in the Under-20 team when they went for the AFCON. Immediately they were able to get the ticket to the World Cup, and that was it for them.
Well, they believe the World Cup is a bigger competition, so every of these players want to be at the World Cup because that's where they will have enough ground to showcase themselves and attract scouts and see how they can move to better clubs to better their lives, and that is what they always look forward to. But then, just as Nduka Ugbade said, I mean, they want to qualify for the World Cup, which is getting to the semi-finals of the competition. Once they get there, they're through to the World Cup. But then they also want to win the competition, which is achievable. I feel like the target should be winning the competition, because once you win the competition, automatically you also qualify for the World Cup. But then what they're saying is that at worst, they want to at least come back with a ticket to the World Cup. But Nigerians will be believing in this squad that they will go all the way to clinch the title.
They've been paired against Zambia on Sunday. And just to also let you know that the news that reached us yesterday was that Zambia also passed the MRI test, all of the squad. And I think at this particular time, you want to look at the under-17 squad and you want to say that, oh, actually, these boys are under-17, thanks to the MRI scan. And no team actually wants to risk losing out of the AFCON, which might as well set them, to get the World Cup ticket. So I think everything is placed in order when it comes to the team. So all the best to the under-17 boys when they take on Zambia this weekend.
This is the organizers of West African Football Union, WAFU B Under-20 Women's Cup, has released the fixtures for the maiden competition slated to hold in Kumasi, Ghana. Nigeria joins other 6 West African countries to battle for the trophy. The Nigerian Falconets are paired in Group B with Niger Republic, Burkina Faso, and Togo, while host Ghana will slug it out with Benin Republic and Cote d'Ivoire in Group A. The most successful under-20 women's team in Africa, the Falconets, will open their campaign against Niger Republic on the 21st of May at the Baba Yara Stadium before taking on Togo on the 24th of May, and last group game against Burkina Faso on the 23rd of May. According to the fixture, Group A leaders will face Group B runners-up, while Group B winners will face Group A runners-up in the semi-final slated for the 31st of May at the Baba Yara Stadium. The losers final and the final games holds on the 3rd of June 2023.
You talk about the under-20 women and you talk about the most successful women's team in Africa, and I do wish them all the best, talking about the Falcons, as they would take on their opponents, which will be Niger Republic. We do wish them all the best. Let's see how they would be able to do in their pairings and in their groups also. And
don't forget that most of the matches will be played at the Baba Yara Stadium. The exception, that's the game between Nigeria and Burkina Faso, will be played at the Pajo Stadium. Those are the 2 stadiums that will be used and is executing this tournament, which kickstarts in May.
And also, let's talk about the Under-20 World Cup, the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Now, not fewer than 12 foreign-based players have received invitation to join the Flying Eagles camp ahead of the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Argentina. Now, Flying Eagles coach Landon Boso released a list of 39 players invited the FIFA age grade competition, which consists of many players that participated at the just concluded CAF Under-20 African Nations Cup in Egypt, where Nigeria finished 3rd. And in order to further strengthen the team ahead of the competition, the Nigerian Football Federation has dispatched letters of invitation to 12 foreign-based players to join the team in Abuja. Now, according to sources, the 12 foreign-based players officially invited to attend Flying Eagles pre-World Cup camp as follows: Kenny Coker from Norwich City, Joel Ideho, who plays for Arsenal, Michael Ologo, who plays for Istanbulspor, Osakpolo Alessandro Odobo, who plays in a club side in Poland, Olubi Adams, unattached currently, or Shaba Onu, who plays in a club side in Croatia, Abel Ogwochi, Abdullahi Ibrahim Bewene, Ume Emmanuel, Tochukwu Nadi, and amongst all. Now, we also have the likes of Victor Eletu, who plays for AC Milan, an Italian side, and these are the people that completes the list. Now, these players will be closely monitored by the Flying Eagles coaches in the coming days, and the NFF has given an ultimatum of May 1st to all foreign-based players invited to join the training camp in Abuja, which opens on Friday, April 28th, which will be tomorrow. Now, the 2023 FIFA World Cup will be hosted by Argentina and will commence on the 20th of May to 11th June 2023. Nigeria in the same group with Brazil, Italy, and the Dominican Republic. Are we going to get through this one? I mean, it's just a few days away from the start of the competition, Joseph.
Well, it's a huge competition, and Nigerians they're not pushovers, so I'm sure the Brazilians knows this, and of course the Italians, they know they'll have to sweat, they have to put in so much if they are to beat the Nigerian side, because look at the caliber of players that has just been invited. Exactly. These are guys that have been exposed, and that is one thing they will bring to the team. So I believe we'll have a competition, we'll have a game, The game between Nigeria and Brazil, a tough one. The game between Nigeria and Italy, another one. And anything is possible. These guys know what is at stake right now, and they won. So they have an edge, as I said earlier, because the first game against the Dominican Republic, which are expected to beat, and you have Brazil, Italy, straight tackle there. One will expect that game to end in a draw. And if it does end in a draw, then it puts Nigeria on the front foot and, get the game against Brazil or Italy, which will be second and third, and see how they qualify out of that group, which is the most important thing at this point. And of course, football stakeholders and experts in the game are saying that they believe that the winner of the competition will come from that group. Whoever wins or qualifies out of that group, that's Nigeria, Brazil, and Italy, and that is what they are predicting. So it says a lot about the group and how difficult and tough it will be. All right, so let me just chip this in. This Shooting Stars Sport Club took a huge step forward from the round of 64 in the 2023 Federation Cup, following a keenly contested 4-3 victory over Adami Mogo in Lagos. Adami Mogo opened the scoring as early as the 13th minute of the game, piling pressure on the Badon-based side, considering the games are all in the knockout format. Ajani Ibrahim then restored parity moments later to change the game's dynamics before a minute brace in the 25th and 26th minutes by Ayarinde took the scoreline to 3-1 in favor of Shooting Stars. That's the situation. 7-goal thriller it was, but then Shooting Stars Sport Club are through to the next round.
And still talking about the Federation Cup, we do understand that the match between Enyimba and Rivers United has been postponed due to the fact that the Rivers United boys have to get ready to take on their counterparts. They also have to travel this week, so it has been postponed for now. That's for the Federation Cup.
Interesting matches we saw yesterday from Italy, where Inter Milan are through to the next round, beating Juventus in that 1-0. To what happened at the Etihad Stadium, Arsenal beating 4-1, which further dents their hopes of winning the Premier League for the first time in so many years. All of these highlights we give to you, and we'll be back to talk more.